Welcome to the Sweet Life Homesteaders. Welcome to the first video of the Sweet Life Homesteaders. We are going to let the chickens out. We let them out in the morning, just out into the chicken run, but then they are in the chicken run till like noon, 1 o'clock-ish, so that they lay their eggs inside the coop. You can hear Rue complaining. That's our rooster's. Richard Rue is his name. That way they lay their eggs actually inside the nest boxes. And so yeah, you can see us let the chickens out. Oh, look at them. Look at them. They're all ready to go. Oh, the guineas just flew in. They're all like, come on, come on, let us out. It's out time. We're ready. So we have, what, 25 Rhode Island Reds, and then some Wyandottes, and the guineas. 2 guineas. We had 4 guineas. One literally ran away. One got attacked. So we have a total of like, what, 32 birds? There's all of our chickens. So this is, we just built this run not too long ago. And there's the interior to the coop, which is where the food is. We don't put the food outside because it will rain and ruin the food. But they have water outside. And there they go. Release the chickens. And then they'll go free range for the rest of the day. Because that's the ultimate goal. We wanted them to be free range all the time, but they weren't really listening to that. They weren't actually like laying their eggs where they're supposed to. So that's why we came up with this system. So now we'll go in, make sure that there's still food and water left. I mean, we know there's water left, and there should be food from yesterday. I fill it up every night. And let's go check. Oh yeah, there's still food left in there. There's still food left in there. These are the ones that are like, nah, because it's been raining off and on this morning. And here's our broodies. Oh, the one she left. She must have gone out to go get some food. The one that she almost never leaves. I mean, she obviously eats sometimes, just not when we're looking at her. Probably because she suspects that we're gonna take her eggs. So there's the chickens. You gonna mow the lawn for us? Yeah? Is that what chickens do? You help with mowing the lawn? So now we're gonna go off to the garden to go pull some lettuce for lunch and dinner, and just kind of check it over. Maybe pull a few weeds if nobody's out there weeding already. And yeah, just kind of starting out the afternoon. So this is just a big pile of zucchinis that was left over, like the previous owners before they left. I guess they had thrown zucchinis out here or something. Hope to be left. So we're coming out to check and see if there's anything good in there. Lots of flowers though. Some really big flowers in there. Yeah. Let's see. There's another bee. He's working hard. He's helping us make a zucchini. Good job, little bee. So now that it's finally stopped raining, we can get some of those chores done, because when it's raining, it can rain pretty heavy out here for a long time. So sometimes it kind of messes with your plans of what you wanted to do for the day on the homestead, because it just is raining too much to get certain things done. Weeding in the rain isn't too bad. I've done that a few times, but there are a lot of other chores you cannot get done in the rain. So now that it stopped, we can finally get some other stuff done. So there's our corn. You've seen her in the background, but that's Mom. That's Mama Homesteader. Yeah, the corn is getting real big. It wasn't so big not too long ago, and now it's getting pretty big. I wonder if we can see the peas. We planted, so we instead of doing the 3 sisters, we did the 2 sisters method. But we planted some peas and beans to grow up the corn stalks. But they're getting pretty big. And that's Regis. He got roped into weeding. Part of our problem is we didn't get as much mulch down as we wanted because we want to get it all from property when we cut down trees. But we only moved here in February and we didn't get that much done before the garden got planted. So that is a lesson that you can also take. Make sure you put the mulch down. Oh, tomatoes. We got little tomatoes. That's a pretty nice tool though. Makes it a lot easier than actually having to kneel down. That kind of tool, or like a kneeling pad, makes all the difference for weeding, let me tell you. Do we know what the different kinds of lettuce we have are?
I don't. I just bought a spring mix, was the package.
Okay.
So it's whatever we got.
Sounds good.
I don't know the difference.
We've been eating it in lettuce and throwing on burritos and it's tasted good. So.
Yep.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, there's more than one color of lettuce. I didn't know this. I accidentally killed one at one point. I didn't know. Lettuce.
Just lettuce.
Looks good.
Cutting off the bottom ones.
Yep.
The new growth is at the top. What's nice is they just keep growing. Don't have to kill the whole plant.
Yeah. Guess we'll find out how tall lettuce ends up growing.
Yes, some of them grow like this,
Yeah.
which is kind of funky looking
That's what's
too.
funky about it too, is at least I had never seen lettuce grow like that before. I don't ever know it's growing like a little bush type. A farm dog helper. Yeti, he comes out and supervises.
Or anything.
Yeah, nothing has any pesticides or...
Hence the weeds.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. When you do it without pesticides, you do get a lot more weeds.
But I'll deal with the weeds.
Yep. Because you know there's literally nothing that's ever been on anything in this garden. Okay, so these are beans. Yeah, but look how big it is. Oh yeah, and here's our little one. It's the smaller one, but still a sunflower. Huh?
The one I almost killed.
Uh-oh.
I pulled it and I had to transplant it, that's why I closed.
Well, it's still alive though. That's what matters. See, here's the one we did get mulched, and look how many less weeds there are. So, and that's not even as much mulch as you're supposed to put down. So, well, this is pumpkin. These are our pumpkins. So the pumpkins are they're all flowering. Potatoes! So he uses the tractor. We can use the tractor for moving hay around, moving dirt around. There's a lot of rocks in Maine. We use it for cleaning up rocks. We use it for the bush hog because there's a lot of weeds and brush and bramble and places you want to get to that you can't without mowing it down, but your regular lawnmower can't do it. We use it for moving the dirt in the garden, moving manure in the garden, moving all kinds of stuff in the garden.
I'm gonna get some twine to tie up the tomatoes.
Oh, the tomatoes need the twining.
Yes, they do.
All right. And that's another good repurposing of baling twine. We just hold on to it. We use it to hold the gate open for the chickens, like you just saw us put together.
make pretty ribbons on Christmas paper.
They do. You can use them for Christmas paper, Christmas wrapping paper, and tying up the tomatoes. I even heard somebody say they used it as a belt once. Not us, but I heard it on a podcast.
You've been hanging out in the muddy, on the rainy grass.
Look at your nasty feet.
Got nasty feet. Yay. Got nasty little feet. You've been hanging out in the grass so wet.
We're having a great time.
Oh yeah.
And give a little extra support to the tomatoes. We're gonna tie them up. You don't want to tie them tight. Just enough to help support them. That's all. Right down there.
So the banners, right? You had read that you can use those to scare off critters and stuff.
Yep, the crows, ravens, birds, and as much as you want certain wildlife, and I don't mind the small birds, but the crows will eat you out of house and home.
Yeah.
And we have not had a single crow, whereas the other half acre we had planted thousands of corn plants, and the crows ate about 95-98% of the corn seed.
Yeah.
So we are going to replant soon, and we're going to put more banners and stuff and then make a scarecrow and
Yeah.
keep the crows away.
Definition of a scarecrow.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now you know why they call it that.
Yeah.
So they're very smart.
Yeah, so it's just little extra pieces of fabric. You can see it all down the fence line. We just tie little bits of fabric to the fence, and so it just blows in the breeze, like you can see there. And we have a wind chime too. We have 2 wind chimes, actually. There we go. Basil, parsley, chamomile. That was not the prettiest. This is lemon balm. Lemon balm. The sage isn't really growing too much, but it's there. Cilantro?
That's cilantro.
So yeah.
Gonna pick up some parsley, and we'll take it in the house. We'll let it dry for a few days, and then I'll chop it up in little tiny little pieces like you'd buy your spices. And out west, you could just leave it on your counter for about a week or 2, and it'll dry out. Here in the Northeast, I'll have to put it in the dehydrator for probably not too long. And then you just put it in your jar, and the last time, it's been 2 years since I grew parsley, but I had about a year's supply. So not too bad. And you can eat it. You know, you go to fancy restaurants and they put it on your plate as a decoration, but you actually can eat it. Just fresh like that in your recipes.
And I put some on, I made homemade rice-a-roni the other day, and I garnished it with I came out to the garden, picked the 2 tablespoons, and put it right on there.
Yeah. And but you have to have it throughout the winter. We'll just dry it too.
Yeah. So, yeah. Add that to our pretty little bowl. We've got a nice bowl here. We also have like wild apple trees basically all over the property. I don't know like when they all got planted. But yeah, look at these. And that's just one. I don't know how many apple trees we have, but probably more than a dozen, 20 some apple trees. Okay, that's just what we found so far. Plus a pear tree and a peach tree.
2 peach trees. No, 1 peach, 2 pear trees.
Okay, and a cherry tree.
Actually 2. The one is a little tiny one.
Okay.
But then the big one.
And a big one. Okay.
I figured probably somewhere in the last few years the little one was planted from the big one.
Yeah. Someone threw a cherry over there and voila, you got a tree.
Well, I threw some seeds this year down by the pond just to see if
Anything?
one or two will grow.
Yeah. What'd you throw down there?
Cherry seeds.
Oh, okay.
The pits.
Okay. Starting to grow little shucks, like the little, you know, the hair inside your corn. Put those in there. Yeah, that's over there. It's crazy. So we found some potatoes that are growing too close to the top.
What I can do, I think I'm just gonna go get some dirt and cover them because that's what they say.
There's one more back there too.
Yeah, I'll go get some dirt and I'll go get a little shovel. And they say as long as you can bury them back over.
They'll keep growing.
Yeah.
Cover up.
They say to like mound them. Any others? They probably were covered better until I had weeded. A little worm. Eat your seeds.
Not done yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know onions did that.
Oh yeah.
Where's Scrat?
Yeah, little clusters of them. That's why he planted the tree. He wanted them for the deer.
Right.
Deer eat
Acorns.
this?
Yeah.
Acorns are great for deer and bear.
What's so good about them?
Here's another one. They eat them. Oh, down here. Yeah,
Look at them all.
oh yeah.
I wonder. Have some dinner.
Just plug the door. Stay in there, bird. See that?
Oh yeah.
Poor apple. Look at it.
Help! Oh, it's growing. He's got butt teeth.
Poor thing.
Butt cheeks.
Oh, look at it, poor thing.
Yeah, it decided to grow inside the bird feeder.
Yeah.
It's gonna explode in there.
Oh, the poor thing.
We ought to put on that thing. Does anybody have a home remedy for these?
Hi.
Hi there. How you doing?
And then, so this was the other cornfield that we were talking about over in the garden that had been planted a little bit later than that one, but didn't really pan out because the crows ate everything, most everything. You can see some behind here. Literally all of this was supposed to be a cornfield. Didn't work because the crows ate it. And maybe turkeys, I don't know. Something ate it all. So we do have a lot of turkeys. Right now we have a family of turkeys.
Two families.
2 families of turkeys.
One with 5 and one with 6.
Yeah, and they live back out there
With a little white dog.
where the little white dog is. You can see. Let me zoom in on that. You can't even see him when I'm this far out. See that white speck in the distance? That's the dog. Which this is a bunch of land that we haven't spoken for yet. It's just there. Right now, a farm up the street is using it. We give it to him to plow into, he turns it into hay for his cows because he's got a dairy farm. Yeah, so we let him do that, but that's probably gonna be his last summer getting that for free. After that, we're gonna be putting something on it. We haven't decided what we're gonna be putting on it yet. Right now, we're looking at mini cows, or maybe goats, or maybe sheep, but I think we're leaning towards mini cows, mini dairy cows, or maybe dual purpose cow. Like dairy / beef or something like that.
Time will tell.
Yeah, we're doing research. That's one thing. Everyone's kind of got their thing that they're good at, and everyone just kind of does different things around here. So that's where you got the whole family here. Kind of what I mean, that's kind of a good intro of what we're gonna, that's our farm tour, a little bit of our farm tour. We've only just started doing this. We moved here in February, and we only just kind of started doing homesteading type
We have
stuff.
a lot of snow in Maine.
Yeah.
It stays around a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we couldn't even plant until almost June 1st.
Yeah. So, and plus, you know, we moved, so you got to unpack and buy stuff. We didn't have the tractor when we first moved here. We didn't have a lot of things. We didn't have the garden fencing. We put that in. Before we could even build the garden, we had to put the fencing up.
Had to finish the coops and fence the coop.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff. So, yeah, this is the first year homesteading farm tour introductory video. More of what we're gonna do, more of this. Some critter care. She's gonna do a lot of canning videos, do some harvest of the garden. Right now we just have the chickens and the guineas, but like I said, we're gonna probably expand into something else, so you'll get to see that process.
We need about 3 more cords of wood.
Yep, we need more wood, so some of it, yeah, will be like just self-sufficient homesteading. So we've got all this land that to actually properly maintain a forest, you have to maintain it by cutting some stuff down, or
Because otherwise, if there's too many trees, you don't get any undergrowth, and without any undergrowth, you don't get any wildlife.
yeah.
So you need to thin the forest a little.
And new trees don't grow either. If it's too thick, the canopy's too thick, you don't get any new trees. So, and we don't have to buy wood. We, you know, harvest it right off our property and then burn it to keep us warm in the winter. So that's the kind of thing. And then lots of just kind of day in the life or vlogs. And we have, like I said, we're going to do a video of us replanting this. We're not going to do corn again, are we? Or are
No,
we? Yeah.
they're doing, it's a mixture of grasses, gracias, clover, I think. Just a variety of things.
And then yeah, we'll our stat, we found that in the woods and all that. So that'll be a video. We have some chicken, like you saw the coop today, but we have some footage of us doing the chicken coop, to like redoing the inside and building the chicken run. So that'll be a video. And canning, we have a canning video that'll be coming too. Canning pickles. And yeah, there'll be lots coming.
Welcome to the Sweet Life.
Welcome to the Sweet Life, Sweet Life Homesteaders. Make sure to, if you're interested in all the things that we just listed off, if that sounds fun, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button by giving it a bale of hay to feed it its breakfast. Say bye. Oh wait, I should introduce everybody. I'm Jessica. Hang on, let me go through everybody. And you are?
Kim.
And you are?
Regis, Sebastian.
And that's the other Regis.
Hey, wave hi.
Hey! Just checking things out.
That's the other Regis. And so that's us. That's the Sweet Life Homesteader family.
And all the critters.
And all the critters. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next one.
Taking my truck then, or do you want it?
No, you can take it.
Come here, buddy.
He's having a great time.
He's having such a good time. And he's soaking wet again.
Yep.
Good boy. You're a good boy. I am lucky.